Have you ever been in that situation of buying a beautiful linen piece and the first time you wore it, it looked like you had slept in your clothes? I know how frustrating it is when we want to look elegant, but linen clothes seem to conspire against us, right? Today, I'm going to show you 6 absolutely transformative tips for wearing linen after 50 with that elegance we all deserve. And when you discover tip number 6, you'll understand why so many women are completely changing their wardrobes. Let's go. Tip number 1, invest in neutral and light tones. Let's start with something that makes all the difference when we talk about linen after 50. You know that colorful linen, those flashy prints? Well, they might seem fun on the store rack, but when they get home, that's another story. Linen naturally wrinkles, we all know that. But what many women don't realize is that when we opt for very vibrant colors or prints, the wrinkles become much more evident and draw even more attention to something we want to minimize. Neutral and light tones like beige, off-white, light gray, and even pure white have an incredible visual effect on linen pieces. They naturally disguise wrinkles and still bring that sensation of freshness and lightness that goes so well with the fabric. Another incredible advantage is that pieces in neutral tones are much easier to match with each other, which leads us directly to our next tip that will surprise you. Oh, and before we continue, if you're enjoying these tips, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel. Every week I bring exclusive content about fashion for us mature women who know what we want. It's just one click and you won't miss any news. Tip number 2, wear linen pieces in monochromatic looks. And you know what goes perfectly with those neutral tones we just talked about? An all monochromatic linen look. This is a technique that the most elegant women in the world have been using for years, but few of us really take advantage of. When you wear linen pieces in the same tonality or very close tones, something almost magical happens. The eye travels through the entire silhouette without interruptions, creating an elongated line that's extremely elegant and sophisticated. For example, imagine beige linen pants with a shirt in the same tone, or maybe a little lighter. This look not only makes you visually taller, but also creates that refined appearance that looks like you hired a personal stylist. And there's more. A monochromatic linen look also helps disguise those areas that many of us want to soften after 50. When there aren't strong visual color breaks, the eye doesn't fix on specific points of the body. A practical tip I always give my friends: if you think an all same color look might seem monotonous, try playing with different textures. A straw belt, more textured leather shoes, or even a wooden accessory can add visual interest without breaking the monochromatic harmony. Are you identifying with these style tips? A simple like makes all the difference. This way we can increase this video's reach and bring these transformations to more special women like you. Your support is so valuable. And speaking of pieces and cuts, let's move to our next tip that makes all the difference. Tip number 3, prefer straight and structured cuts. Now comes a crucial point that can completely transform how linen falls on our body after 50. Many women make the mistake of choosing very loose or unstructured linen pieces, thinking they'll disguise some body areas. But the effect is usually the opposite. Linen, being a fabric that naturally has weight and drapes, needs cuts that offer some structure. When we opt for very loose pieces or ones without defined shape, the result can look sloppy and even add volume where we don't want it. Straight cuts like shirts with good waist details without being too tight, straight cut pants that are neither skinny nor wide leg, and skirts with clean vertical drape are always the best choices. A well-cut linen shirt, for example, can have a slight waist definition without being tight, creating that elegant silhouette we all seek. A straight cut pant that falls softly from the hip elongates legs and brings instant sophistication to the look. And here's a secret few people know. Linen with a little elastane, 2 to 3%, maintains the fabric's natural beauty, but wrinkles significantly less and better, maintains the piece's structure throughout the day. It's worth looking for these options. Have you had any frustrating experience with very loose or unstructured linen pieces? Tell me in the comments how it was, and if you've already discovered this straight cuts tip on your own. And now get ready, because the next tip is practically an instant elegance formula. Tip number 4, linen blazer equals instant elegance. If there's one linen piece every woman after 50 should have in her wardrobe, that piece is without doubt a good linen blazer. I like to say it's like a magic trick for any look. Many women avoid linen blazers thinking they'll look too formal or wrinkle too much to be worth it. But the truth is that a linen blazer has that perfect balance between structure and lightness that few pieces can offer. The great advantage of a linen blazer is that it adds immediate structure to the shoulders and upper body, creating a very elegant line. without the weight and heat of a traditional blazer. It's perfect for those warmer days when we want to be elegant without suffocating. My golden tip is to invest in a linen blazer in a neutral tone, as we talked about in the first tip, with a slightly elongated cut. It doesn't need to be oversized, but shouldn't be too short either. A length that softly covers the hip is the most versatile and flattering for most women. And the best part? A linen blazer works both with more casual pieces, like jeans and a basic t-shirt, and with more elaborate looks, like a dress or outfit for a special event. If you haven't tried this combination yet, you're missing one of the easiest ways to elevate your linen style. And speaking of that, are you enjoying these tips? If so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to always receive our special content firsthand for women who know that style has no age. Now come with me because the next tip is a real find for hot days. Tip number 5, wear straight cut midi linen dresses. If there's one piece that screams effortless elegance in summer, that piece is the straight cut midi linen dress. And when I say midi, I'm talking about that perfect length that ends between mid-calf and ankle, neither too short nor too long. The big mistake many women make is choosing very loose linen dresses or sack type, thinking they'll be more comfortable. But what happens in practice? Linen, being a fabric with its own weight, ends up falling shapeless and can even make it look like we're wearing a nightgown. A straight-cut midi linen dress, not tight but with slight structure, creates that elegant and elongated silhouette that's so flattering after 50. The dress's straight line, combined with midi length, elongates the figure and creates perfect visual balance. And a precious tip, look for dresses that have subtle tailoring details like strategic darts or a slight waist adjustment. These small details make all the difference in the piece's fit. And here's a trick I always use. A midi linen dress with a thin belt in the same tone, or very close, softly defines the waist without seeming like we're trying to create an artificial hourglass. It's that touch of refinement that makes all the difference. Do you already have a linen dress in your wardrobe? Tell me in the comments what your favorite model is and how you usually wear it. And now we finally reach tip number 6, the one I promised would completely transform your relationship with linen. Tip number 6, learn to embrace the wrinkles with elegance. This might be the most transformative tip of all. Learn to embrace linen wrinkles with elegance and confidence. That's right. Instead of fighting against this wonderful fabric's nature, let's transform this characteristic into an exclusive charm. You know that frustrating feeling when we leave home looking impeccable and after sitting in the car for 15 minutes, we're already all wrinkled? It's time to change this perspective. Linen wrinkles, that's a fact. But what the most elegant women in the world know and rarely share is that there's a huge difference between an elegant wrinkle and a sloppy wrinkle. The secret lies in 2 things. First, linen quality. Good quality linen creates creases that have a certain organicity and natural beauty. Second, the attitude with which we wear these pieces. A practical tip that changed my relationship with linen: instead of obsessively ironing during the day, which, let's face it, is impossible, invest a few more minutes in the piece's initial care. Iron carefully before wearing, and during the day, instead of worrying about each new crease, focus on your posture and how you move. Another incredible strategy is what I call the intentional wrinkle technique. Instead of trying to eliminate all creases, create a pattern of soft and natural folds. This sounds strange, but it works. Many luxury brands use this technique in their campaigns because they know that naturally wrinkled linen conveys an unpretentious elegance that's very sophisticated. And here's a truth I discovered after 50. When we stop fighting against some things like linen wrinkles and start incorporating them with grace and confidence, our elegance increases exponentially, because true elegance isn't in perfection, but in authenticity and how we feel in the clothes we wear. And there you have it, my dears, 6 absolutely transformative tips for wearing linen with elegance after 50. To summarize, invest in neutral and light tones, bet on monochromatic looks, prefer straight and structured cuts, have a good linen blazer in your wardrobe, choose straight cut midi dresses, and above all, learn to embrace linen wrinkles with elegance and confidence. Remember, linen is one of the most noble and timeless fabrics that exist. It breathes, is sustainable, and brings that natural sophistication appearance that perfectly matches our maturity and self-confidence after 50. If you like these tips, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and share with that friend who also loves linen clothes. And tell me in the comments, which of these tips will you apply first in your wardrobe? And look, If you made it this far, congratulations, because only a woman who really values and loves herself makes it to the end. But don't stop here, okay? Because right here next to this, there's a video that's simply essential for you who want to continue this transformation in your style, your image, and especially your self-esteem. And I also left an incredible playlist full of videos that will guide you on this path for you to learn once and for all how to dress like an elegant, sophisticated, confident woman. And yes, with that chic woman air every day, anywhere. Click now, I'll wait for you there, and I promise you'll leave there feeling simply incredible. See you in the next video.